Hi and welcome back to the channel. To this video we'll look at the WattCycle Mini Smart Edition 12 volt 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate. Hey and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching again. This video will be purely about this small factor battery. I would call it still lightweight. It has some weight to it, but it's a very mini battery, which is amazing. And still you don't have to reduce the power, so it's 100 amp hour, which is amazing to see here, right? So that being said, as always in my videos, let's take a look what's in the box. Specification about this battery itself. Then we'll do a capacity test. We'll also include a high discharge current test. What's the features? Does it hold on to those features? And then we'll also take it apart and see if those features are actually what they advertise, and on top, how the build quality is. So let's get started. Regarding what's in the box, the battery itself, it has those protective plastic caps. It comes with, I believe, 2 sets of those M8 bolts. And then it comes with a Bluetooth app, user manual. And by the way, yes, they have their own app. We'll look at this also in a little bit. And then it comes also with this manual, which covers a bunch of batteries which they offer, by the way. And here you can see they do offer quite a lot. By the way, all 12 volt from what I've seen. And this Smart Edition battery, by the way, I've seen a bunch of this mini battery without Smart Edition. For example, Mr. Offgrid, up there is a video which shows this battery without a Smart Edition, just in case you're curious and want to compare it, build quality and everything else feature-wise. So I'm having the Smart Edition here, and we'll focus on that one, but I would assume it's pretty similar inside. We'll see, right? All right, let's go to the features and see what it actually has and what it's advertised with. Those are the dimensions, so you have an idea. I've seen different values, but I feel like those are the most accurate from what I measured and what I've seen. And this is the page of all the specifications of the battery, and you can see here in this column it summarizes the 12 volt 100 amp hour smart mini battery. We have, that's very important to point out, standard maximum continuous charging, 20 amp standard, and the maximum is 100, and the continuous discharge maximum is 100 amp, and we'll test that later on as well. And one thing I want to point out as well is the overcurrent discharge protection, which seems to be at 300 plus minus 50 amps, so it might be 250 to 350. We'll test it as well and see how it stands up to that. And one thing I try to find, and I did find actually, on those pictures online on their website, they advertise it with low temp cutoff. So, and I've seen it, and it's written safe low temperature cutoff protection. That's one of them, and I hope they have all other kind of protections as well. But that's one they pointed out. And yeah, also short circuit current protection. It says support. It does say the over current charge protection. So when you charge too much current, and it's at around 130 plus minus 20 amps. And also a charging high temperature protection and discharge high temperature protection. That's what they also put in their manual. So enough talking. I think what we'll start with, we'll do the capacity test and see how that goes. Here we have the WattCycle mini battery, and back there you can see it. Yes, that's the one. And we are doing the capacity test, and you can see the voltage is dropping. I just charged it. Let me reset everything. So here we are. So it means we can start the capacity test and see if we can pull the 100 amp hour, which is advertised for. So I'll start the capacity test now, and we can see if we're getting everything. So it's ramping up, and we should get close to 0.2 C. Recommended discharge test. 0.2 C, as you remember, is kind of the industry standard, but also when it's recommended, it makes sense to utilize and use it. We are below the 0.2 C, so it will get closer to the 20. We'll let it run and come back if we can pull the 100 amp hour and see what the results are in a couple of minutes for you, or probably seconds. I'll get you back in as soon as we're done with it. Whoa, did you see that? That's really good. So first of all, we made 103 amp hour out of this mini battery. That's impressive and really good. Secondly, it did shut off low voltage disconnect. It looks like a little bit below 10, at least according to this voltmeter. Alrighty, this is a great test. It passed 103 and more amp hour in this little form factor housing. So this is pretty cool. By the way, what I didn't show you, this is the side. That's what it looks like. Nothing crazy. Let's see how it stands up to the high voltage discharge test. All right, I wanted to show you what's possible with this little mini battery. And I charged it to full capacity, so it's at it was at 100 amp hour. And right now I'm discharging with 90. And I believe there's a little bit more possible actually. Let me increase that and see where we can end up. Because I believe this is 120 is continuously possible as much as I tested. And we have this little booklet, of course, this user manual. Oh, okay, maybe not continuously. Taking that back maybe. Let me reactivate the battery. So let's see how much is continuously possible, because it says the manual 100 amp hour. Maximum continuous discharge current. So that's pretty good. And we are above 100. I think that's pretty impressive for this little small mini battery. And I tried more over current discharge protections at 300. It will shut off pretty soon. There we go, it's 175. I don't see the 300 here, but that's pretty good. Let me get the voltmeter on here really quick. I don't know if you can see it. There it is, here in the corner. 150, 170, yep, 178, that's what it tells us, and then it shuts off. So there's nothing with 300, but that's not a problem. I mean, it's not a trolling motor battery or anything like that. It's just small form factor, and that is pretty impressive, having continuously 110, 120-ish. And you've seen I tested it, and it's impressive to see this mini housing that it can pull 120 amp hour. I don't know for how long, because it's just 100 amp hour rated. It's impressive to see that 120 amp is possible continuously to get out of this battery. So it's rated to 100 continuously, maximum continuously, whatever you want to call it. But continuously is like the recommended is 20 and the maximum is 100. You saw that as soon as I got higher to 130 and more, it's not continuously. It maybe has, you know, some timer and then it stops, or it's just not possible. And then really it depends on the state of charge, because it only comes with 100 amp hours. So keep that in mind. It really depends. When you have a full battery, it might last a couple more seconds. And the maximum with 170, you know, what they said, the maximum is 300 plus minus 50 amps. We're far off that. Regardless, it's a mini battery, so I'm not too concerned about it, and I would not buy this one for the reason of 300 amp hour for a couple seconds. I would rather than go with a trolling motor battery. We'll go now to the teardown and see what's inside, do some testing here as well. What's pretty cool, and some batteries have that, some don't. Here you can see it might have some screws, and I like to see that because that means we can actually close it afterwards again without any issues, without breaking the seal or stuff like that. It's, in quotes, more maintainable, even though we'll see how much it is actually maintainable. Let's continue with that. I'll open it and then we'll get you back in. Okay, let's see what we get here. Pretty cool. Okay, we have two 8-gauge wire over here, which are going to the BMS. We have this handle over here, I don't know. We'll see if I can get it further out in a minute. But we have a very thick wire over here, which I would assume it should be at least a 6. I cannot promise, I don't know yet. Maybe I'll see something written on it, but we can see it has those torque marks over here. Nice. It looks like it has kind of a handle, or at least some protective aluminum bar over here. And it looks like there's some kind of housing, so I want to try to get it out further. Let me turn it this way, and this is how it looks. So, I'm, first of all, very impressed with what I'm seeing here. It does have, and I'll try to give you a good tour, it does have this housing, or maybe not housing, but it does have this frame. Well, yeah, let's talk about how it's assembled. We have those metal straps over here. I would assume they're metal, or if not, it's plastic. They have those plastic straps over here. They have this probably thin steel. That's why it's probably also having more weight. Those plates over here, and then also this protective corner a little bit here on the one side. On the other side, exactly the same straps. Then it's bolted, having this handle on top, which you've seen here already, which is holding this friend. And where I was able to pull it out, it was very tight in the housing, but that's fine. And besides the housing, then we can see, and oh wow, oh that is so cool. Oh man, I think I should take this apart more for you and show you how that is. Yep, let me do this really quick. I'll try to make a good job. So this handle you can take off, and then you have access to those bolts. Or I don't. Oh yeah, I think we don't need that even. Yeah, because the only thing what's not screwed here. Get this further here. There we go. The only thing what's glued is this Bluetooth unit here. This one, and I don't want to take it off at the moment, but same here with those plugs. But this BMS is actually on a bracket, and it looks like, yeah, it has two separate metal things over here. Oh, funny, it's that's hilarious. They didn't take off this protective brushed aluminum foil, which is not a big deal. I don't care about that. But it's on the bottom, I guess. That's why it doesn't matter. But it has those brushed aluminum brackets over here. That's where this one bolts into the other bracket, and this bracket, which holds the BMS, bolts into this handle. So it is kind of a very well thought design. Sorry I'm taking so much time looking at that, because it's really good actually. It looks like it's a generic BMS, has a heatsink on top. Yeah, it looks like it has a heatsink on top. On the bottom it's kind of protected. We can even take off that heatsink over here, it looks like, if we want to completely, so we would expose everything what's underneath. In my opinion, we don't have to at the moment. I don't have to, but let me know if I'm wrong, if you want to see even more exposed. This is really nice to see. So besides that, it is squished in here pretty well. So it means, there we go, back in. We do have a temperature sensor, which is covered over here. And it looks like, I'll turn it around and show you what's on the other side. So looking over here, what we can see, different things we can see. First of all, that's the main negative, main positive of the battery. It looks like it's kind of torqued-ish, so this one's better than this one, but it looks like, yeah, they might have messed it up a little bit, doesn't matter, but not too bad. Then we have the negative balance lead, we have the B4 balance lead positive over here, also torqued. Put some, instead of Loctite, they used some glue, which is, in my opinion, still fine. Not too big of a deal. Try to fix my focus here. Then we have the temperature sensor, which is over here glued, so we'll take that one out. It is double glued, so with packing tape plus, there we go, blob of glue. We have all those vents exposed. So that's great to see. We do have those bus bars, which are laser welded. Yeah, they're laser welded. I thought you could have used bolts, but I don't think so. I think it's just what it looks like. They have a hump here, so they can contract and expand, which is good to see. I like that, as you know. And then we have those Eve cells, it looks like, at least according to this. It's good and easy to read. This one too. They all look great. Good shape and everything. Here's the screenshot. Manufactured in 2025, looks like February. Awesome. And what else? Yeah, balance leads. The only thing what I'm a little bit disappointed are actually, oh, that was interesting. Oh, this one's bent badly. I guess that's due to the housing. Okay, so yeah, probably that's what it is. So those balance leads are soldered on, and then there's a blob of glue on it. Those are okay, because that's how you slide it in. This one is bent up because it would have been better that the wire would exit on this side, because the way you put it into the housing again. You can see that this bracket here on the side is higher, so it should cover that and protect it. But it looks like this one just got bent really bad, so it's maybe just a matter of time that it might break or not. Not sure. And we can see here those corners. I don't know if this is really good visible on the video. So here in this corner, this is bent, and on the other side as well, this metal bracket. I don't know if you can see that, if I'm doing a good job in that, showing that, but that's what it is. So it's good that it protects everything, but it looks like this wire that was not protected. Would be great, yeah, as mentioned, let this balance exit on the top, and then when you slide into the housing, it doesn't matter. I don't see a size for this wire, but I'm talking about the wire, the crimps are hydraulically crimped. That looks good, solid. And on top, by the way, there is a lot of glue on those two main bus bars, and I can see that they're a little bit bent on this side, so I guess that's also due to the housing pushing it in. They're a little longer here, so they naturally bent down, and then we have here this wrap and protective, oh, it has even a little blob of glue, this protective sleeve for balance leads and temperature sensor going in here. So what are we doing now? Checking. Oh, there are two temperature sensors actually. Ooh, nice, good, I saw that. There are two temperature sensors, so I'll try to get them. One is here, this side, the other one is on the other side. Try to see if I get it out. There it is. Alright, let's see what they do and what they are for. So I'll get my test set up, heat gun, cool pad, duster, and my charging station. Alrighty, I got everything set up. It's charging right now, you can see 10.4. Now we're using the heat gun and testing one temperature sensor at a time and see if it does stop charging. So this one does make it to stop charging with the heat. Let's see when it comes back. And by the way, I will turn on the app at the same time so you can see firsthand what's happening. I think that is pretty neat. And there it is back charging, by the way. So the app itself is called BMS Meta. This is the app. You can see it did find already the battery. So we are at 15%. We can see it's charging here 10.4, and it tells us 10.4 is going in. Very nice. Nice. Okay, we can actually hit the button to stop charging. It should be this one. And here it stops charging. Isn't that cool? And turn it back on. So you can control it via the app, which is very nice. I do like that. I have to say, I do like that. Okay, let's do the heat test on the other temperature sensor and see if it does do something. So we can see this temperature sensor is going up. Now it stopped charging, and we can see it just turned it off, the charging. We are at over 100 Celsius. Now it's dropping again. 80 Celsius, dropping. And now we are at 60 something. Discharge is back on. I guess at 50 or something it will go back to charge 55. Now we're below 50 and it starts charging. Nice. Let's do the other one. The first temperature sensor one more time. See which temperature goes up. Okay. Looks. Oh, here it's this time number 2 temperature sensor. Awesome. So it's great to see that it does have 2 different sensors, actually, sensor readings. Dang, this is amazing. This small battery has it all, it looks like. Well, we didn't test the low temperature cutoff yet. We'll get there. Let's cool it down really quick. Now I'll get the duster ready, because I just want to see initially, so it should be back any second. There we are. So there it is, below 50, and it starts charging again. Alright, let's do the temperature with the intense duster, which is just overkill, but oh, it's, yep, the first one. Yeah, it stops. It does stop, you see. And now it's at -5 Celsius. Now it's below, above 0, and it's coming back. Okay, let's do the second one as well. Which is this last one, at number 2. Temperature below 0, below 15. Okay, good. I don't know when it does stop, so I'll get. Wait, yep, should be back. There we go. I'll get a cooling pad. Okay, let me use the cooling pad here. Okay, and it's temperature zone number 2. It's dropping. 4, 2. Now it's at -2, -5, -6, and it's turned red. -8. Okay, it looks like. I don't know. When did it stop? It's coming back at a. Yeah, when it's above 0 degree again, and then it starts charging again, which is good. This is the first, the other temperature sensor as well here. Now it's dropping 16, 13, 11. Three, 2, and we are below 0. -2, -3, -4, -5. Now it turns red. 6, -7. Kind of -7, and then it stops charging. Okay, okay. Is that good? Well, everything below 0 degree and the cells can get damaged when it's charging. So it looks like it's a little lower than 0, but yeah, okay. That's regarding the app as well, so you see that. Let's see, do we have warning messages? There are no warning messages, which is interesting. Parameter setting we cannot change, so that would be interesting to see, because usually you would see then the cold temp cutoff. Oh, went back, sorry, that was wrong, too far back. But that's pretty cool. So charging, I'll stop charging here manually through the app, turn it back on, and it continues, and then you see the 4 cells in there. Pretty cool, amazing. All right, I'll stop the app. I think you get the idea. It looks good. I like seeing that app. Oh, let me turn on charging again. There we are, charging back. That's pretty much all what I wanted to show you. So I'll take this one to the side. So generally speaking, about a WattCycle, in my opinion, this is amazing build quality. Comes even with 2 temperature sensors. It's a not branded BMS, which doesn't matter, honestly. It does do the job. It does have its own app. It works. It connects immediately. It shows you the values, temperature, both individually here, which is really good to see. I love that. Bus with humps here. This is amazing. Thick wire. It looks. I hope it's a 6. I don't know actually. 2.8 over here, which is on the smaller side, to be honest, but you can see that 120 continuously. That's what it's at least showing on the watt meter for me. When I did the test, it works well. It's rated for 100 max, and the peak maximum it's 300 plus minus, which is not, according to my test, it's only 177 what I saw for a few seconds, for a mini split second or something like that. But everything else, it's a high quality mini smart battery, which is amazing. So this is the wrong side, by the way. So this is the interesting side, to be honest, because this shows the smart edition. So this is a well-built battery in a small form factor housing, and I'll try to squeeze it back in there. That's the only concern I had with this wire. Everything else was amazing, and in my opinion, outstanding for those Chinese batteries. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about us. Subscribe to the channel if you like that battery stuff I'm doing here, or even more. Also with the Victron and Victron and their products in combination with batteries and renewable energy. And like the video, of course. Thanks for watching. Cheers!